this is really such a good question. And I answered it back, like written in the comments, but like thinking about it, it's a really good question. I've shared in my vaping journey, went from 7.5 to 10 in maintenance. And Mary D asked why I jumped from 7.5 to 10. I'm on compound. One of the benefits of compound is that I can go on those intermediate doses between. I have to do like the traditional jumps. And why did I immediately go from 7.5 to 10 instead of considering the in between? And the honest answer is I don't know. You would think that I would have thought of that. You would think that understanding that's one of the benefits of compound, that would have been my first thought. Maybe I don't need to go all the way up to 10. Maybe I do try like little jumps. I didn't even think of that. I don't know if it's because I was out of my mind with this quitting vaping. I'm really not sure, but I really think like part of it is that when I got to 10 in active going down process, I really felt like I had arrived. I reached my dose. Like everybody's got their favorite. 10 was my favorite. And it wasn't just about the numbers going down. It was about much more than that. It was the time where the inflammation was relieved in all areas of my body, not just the lower extremities where I had the most pain. Honestly, the biggest one was that for the first time in my life, I felt like everybody else. I felt like what I thought normal people felt like. Didn't have food noise, but beyond the food noise, my mind was clear. I had this clarity and peace that I never thought I could possibly have. I experienced it a little bit on the lower doses, but when I got to 10, it was really there. I was able to eat to the point of satiety and not be disgusted by food. I started to enjoy food again. I was able to enjoy a vice that I always had in moderation. And that's where I reached that on 10, right? So now that I'm in this process of giving up another vice that I've had for many, many years, in my brain, I was like, 10. It's got to be 10, right? I don't know if that was the right or wrong answer. I do know that I have no regrets going up to 10, but maybe 8 or 8.5 would have been good for me. I'm not sure. But the real answer to this question is the fact that I didn't even consider it. And I absolutely should. And I think that was a great question to ask, because if we are on compound, I do think that we have benefits that people on brand don't necessarily have. That should be a consideration. So thanks for bringing that up.